And we're joined now by George Galloway.
Andrew, thanks.
Welcome back to the Daily Politics.
Thanks.
George, what's the best you could hope to do in this election?
3 seats. We've got 3 target seats, 2 in East London, 1 in Birmingham. Salma, we hope, will be the first ever woman Muslim MP.
She's a well-known personality in Birmingham.
She's doing really well. She's on Question Time more than me. And
it's impossible.
No, really. And she dominates the programme when she's on. And myself and Abdul Mia in the East End. But we're standing, as you say, in 12 seats, and we're fielding 100 councillors. So the best for us, I suppose, would be to hold the balance of power, or to at least be players in a hung parliament. One poll the other day...
You would like a hung parliament,
very
obviously.
much so. One poll the other day showed a difference of 2 between Labour and the Conservatives, and as we're hoping to have 3... My missus asked me what that would mean for us. I said it means I'm the Foreign Secretary. That would be my ultimate dream.
I shall call Hillary Clinton with the news. Now, you said recently on your website you're more than an anti-war party.
Yes.
You want a critical step towards the creation of a new radical working class voice. But given your association with opposition to the Iraq war and now opposition to the events in Afghanistan, isn't there still a danger that people see you, the party, as a one-trick pony? Yes,
although the war hasn't gone away as an issue. Indeed, the wars haven't gone away. They're still being fought. But we are essentially the ghost of Labour's past. We stand for the things that Labour used to stand for, that I always supported and you always critically opposed, but at least you knew it was Labour. So we haunt them, really, and especially in the East End, where, frankly, the 13 years of New Labour government done virtually nothing. The gap between rich and poor in the East End of London, between Canary Wharf and the City of London, and in between you've got the poorest people in England living there.
Now, you call Afghanistan an occupation, and you would withdraw our troops from Afghanistan. What would you say to the women of Afghanistan who, as a consequence, might end up deprived of education, be forced to wear the burqa, and generally be treated as fourth-class citizens?
Well, almost all of them are still wearing the burqa all these years after the war. All that guff, feminist guff, about how we were going there to liberate women in Afghanistan just hasn't been borne out.
They do get an education, and they're in the parliament.
Well, they're in the parliament, a few of them.
More than percentage-wise than we have.
I'm not sure about that, but anyway, the education thing is oversold. Trust me, in the vast majority of areas in the country, there are no women in education. There was once a government in Afghanistan that educated women, and Mrs. Thatcher and Ronald Reagan gave the so-called Mujahideen the means to bring it down and destroy it.
So it would be your view that after we get out, whatever happens there is a matter for the Afghan people, even if it results in the return of a medieval-style government?
Well, my argument is we've got a medieval-style government. The only difference is we're keeping it in power, and our young men's blood is being paid to keep it there. Withdrawal is a necessary but not sufficient condition. I'm not saying there will be great days in Afghanistan if we withdraw, but there will never be great days if we don't withdraw.
I mean, obviously, on your own, you're not going to recreate left-wing politics in this country, though you could be a catalyst towards it. If Labour's to lose the election, and with the unions now seeming to be the major paymasters, and with Mr. Bowles trying to appeal to the left, do you see a realignment in your old party?
Well, I would hope so. If Labour became Labour again, all of us would have to re-evaluate our attitude to it. But it's much more likely that David Miliband will be the leader and take the party even further away from it.
Do you think Mr. Miliband is more likely than
I would have
Mr.
thought
Bowles?
so. I mean, I prefer Mr. Bowles' politics, but if Gordon Brown is the great clunking fist, Ed Balls is just clunking. And I don't think he's got the right stuff to win the contest, I'm afraid. So it's more likely that Labour will go further and further down the new Labour trajectory. That will leave space for us, at least.
All right. George Galloway, thank you for being with us on the programme.